Phil Casper joining you on Hanover Wildcat pregame as the Wildcats get set to make a run at the 1A state title in Dodge City. They'll open things up with St. John Hudson, now joined by Hanover head coach Kim Losey. And, Coach, first of all, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Well, Coach, let's look back. We'll start with Sub-State. You come into Sub-State and you come in against a Rock Hills team that, quite honestly, you just had outmatched. But I guess if you're going to take something out of there, it's that you were able to get your starters in. They did what they needed to do, and then you were able to get your next five on the floor in a Sub-State game.
Yeah, that was big for those younger kids to get on the court, just in case we'd happen to need them later on. But our starters played well early, and I guess our top 7 or 8 played really well. So I was able to get those other guys in and rest those top 7 or so, and we really did overmatch Rock Hills easily. I didn't think it would be quite that easy, but fortunate for us, we were able to rest quite a few of our players and get ready for Saturday.
On the bottom of that bracket, you had Burlingame and Centralia, and I know you probably watched as much of that game as you could, and Burlingame brought a really good game plan in against Centralia, and that was a dogfight from start to finish. So Burlingame comes out on top of that, and then they come into the game with you and really played you extremely well in that first half. I thought brought a pretty good game plan and executed it pretty well.
Yeah, they did. Defensively, they kind of took us out of a few things that we like to do, and we missed a lot of shots, and they hung right in there. But they're an athletic bunch, and they gave us everything we wanted and more. But I think we're going to get more out of that game than if we'd have won by 25 or so, because it gave us an opportunity to have to play in that late in the fourth quarter when we know if we're going to win a state championship, we're going to have games that way.
Well, I think that's a great point. And, 24-19 at half, but then in the third period, your senior Carter Bruna steps up and buries back-to-back threes and gives you guys a little bit of a cushion, which you ended up needing in that fourth period. I think one thing I took away from there is even though your guys were pushed, I never saw any real panic from the bench or from the 5 on the floor.
Yeah, they, as a senior-dominated team, I mean, our top 8 players are all seniors, so, very calm, they took care of business, but not one time did I see any kind of a panic mode or anything like that from them. Even when we had a deficit early, but we never went to panic mode, and I think these, being seniors really helped us out.
Well, Coach, as you head into Thursday's game with St. John Hudson, I guess, first of all, you look at that state bracket, you've got 2 undefeated teams in there, and it's always, it doesn't really matter at this point when you get into state. You had better be ready for that first game. Let's talk about St. John Hudson. What do you know about them and what they will bring to the floor outside of their big?
They are big. That was my first point. They start a 6'7" post player, and they got 2 6'6" kids that they can come off the bench, and even more impressive, they got a point guard that's 6'4" that can handle the ball extremely well and has a good outside shot. So, the rest of them are good athletes. I wouldn't call them great basketball players, but at this point, you got to guard everybody, and you got to play well. And I think the key for us against them is rebounding. If we don't rebound well, our chances of winning are going to go out the door early because they're just so strong on the boards, and that 6'7" post player that they have is extremely good. So,
well, I think a team like that comes in at 21-4. 3 of those 4 losses are to the same team, to Central Plains, who is the number 1 seed in your bracket in 1A. But I look at it year after year as I watch teams compete in the state tournament. If you haven't played in the Twin Valley League, you're really not facing that week-to-week competition that you guys face, and I just think the Twin Valley League is one of the top leagues in the state.
Well, it has been for a long time. Maybe not this year from top to bottom in our league, but we had several games where we had to be ready to play. I mean, and it's been that way every year, and I think that's really prepares our boys for the postseason, and especially that game against Burlingame in Sub-State Championship. I mean, it was like playing a Centralia or even a Blue Valley on a good night, and Clifton Clyde and all those teams that had good seasons. But now we have to buckle down. You throw the records out, and the first one's always the biggest one to get past at state because then you don't get a chance if you lose.
Well, Coach, I want to get you to where you need to be, but I don't want to leave without you getting a chance to. Let's just, first of all, let me get to it because I know you won't want to spend a lot of time on it. Congratulations on the 500 wins this season.
No, thank you. That that's a credit to a lot of great basketball players that stepped on the court. So when you win 500 games, either you've been here a long time or you had a lot of great players playing, and combination of both.
Well, a great job there. And I guess before we get to your seniors, you've had the pleasure of having a former player, Austin Steinford, as your assistant coach, and that's got to be a lot of fun for you to have a former player step in and now be your assistant.
Oh yeah, he knows the system. He knows what to do, and if there was any guy that could lead this team, if I wasn't there, he would do a great job. So he does a great job with the younger kids at practice. Our JV team only lost one game this year, and that's a lot of credit to him.
Well, Coach, your seniors, before I let you go, Dawson Sedlacek, Cade Cohorst, Dakin Stahlbomber, Thomas Atkins, Pete Peters, Carter Bruna, Gavin Prawley, and Cody Sheely. These guys have given you 4 great years, and you've had to have just had a great time with these guys.
Oh, they're so much fun to be around. They're like kids to me, really, because we can talk about game film, we can talk about opposing players, we can joke around about how things went on the court the night before, and just a pleasure to be around. But the seniors, you don't have to do a lot of coaching with them because they're so talented already. And they've been through the system, and Carter and Dakin and Pete especially played at the state tournament when they were freshmen. So they're experienced, they're hungry again, and having those types of kids on the court for you, it's a lot of fun to be around.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time, and again, best of luck to you. Let's go out to Dodge City and get another one for the Hanover Wildcats.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
That's been Coach Kim Losey, head coach of the Hanover Wildcats on Hanover Wildcat pregame.
High fives, school spirit, team pride, and good sportsmanship. This is what everyone likes to see at sporting events. R.L. Juneman Construction is proud of the Hanover Wildcats and the positive way they represent their families, school, and community. Whether you have kids participating or not, take this fun opportunity to cheer on the Wildcats in their sporting events throughout the year and watch them have their best game. Go get 'em, Wildcats! From your fans at R.L. Juneman Construction.
Instead of turning for home, here's a better idea. Go to Turn 4 Bar and Grill in Hanover. They're open from 4 to midnight Monday through Saturday, and they feature a variety of menu items such as sandwiches of all kinds, pizzas with your favorite toppings, and on Thursday nights, it's Mexican food night. If you're especially brave, you can try the specialty known as the Turn 4 Pizza from Hell. It might be a little spicy, but one thing's for sure, you'll have a good time at Turn 4 Bar and Grill in Hanover.
Seniors, it's your last semester of high school. What's next? Southeast Community College is a great, affordable option for your next step. Find out more at one of our SCC Discovery Days. See the campus and take a tour. Visit with instructors and current students. And get information on how to pay for college too. Best of all, it's free, and we'll even buy you lunch. Visit our Beatrice campus on February 15th or April 1st. To see more and to register for SCC Discovery Days, go to southeast.edu/discover SCC.
Jones Trash Service provides residential and commercial waste pickup in Washington County. Their service is affordable, dependable, and professional. Jones Trash Service also offers roll-off containers to support your special projects. Whether it's renovation, cleanup, roof replacement, or yard clearing, they'll deliver the containers to you when you need it and remove it when your job is complete. Contact them for quotes for home or business trash service if you're not already on their route. Jones Trash Service of Washington.
And good afternoon. We welcome you to the United Wireless Arena in Dodge City. The 1A State Championship boys basketball about to tip things off here on this Thursday afternoon. The Hanover Lady Wildcats advancing yesterday, giving Opie their first loss of the season, 45-40. Now it's the Hanover Wildcat boys back again to the state championships, and this is a heavy hitters matchup against St. John, who comes into the tournament with a record of 21-4. Their 4 losses, though, 3 to number 1 seed and undefeated Central Plains, the other 2 3A Heston. So they have gone up against great talent. We know Hanover has and is battle tested at 24-1. The Hanover Wildcats, St. John getting set to work in the opening round of the 1A state championships here in Dodge City. Stay with us. We'll continue with our pregame coming up next.
Before a room can be decorated, furnished, or moved into, it must have a substantial floor. When chosen with care, the best flooring options will set the stage for many years of good looks, durability, and comfort. Wardcraft Home Store has a range of options for every room in your home. Look over the Mohawk carpet style choices or pick something out in a luxury vinyl that offers the look of tile or wood. See the quality flooring selection in stock at Wardcraft Home Store on the north side of the square in Clay Center.
Insuring the Heartland. The Dragaston Insurance Agency and Buckeye Insurance Group can assist you with the best price and product for today's farm insurance. Call the Dragaston Agency at 785-325-2263 and ask for Justin for your complete financial insurance analysis and quote. The Dragaston Agency and Buckeye Insurance Group provide quality products and service in today's market. Customer service is what they offer, along with fair premiums and personal contact. The Dragaston Agency in Washington and Concordia. Anybody can sell you tires. Earning your trust takes more. With so many brands of tires that are specific to different needs, OK Service can help you select the best tires for your vehicle. They have tires for whatever you drive, from cars and light trucks to tires for your semi. OK Service carries all the brands that perform the way you need them to. And if it's time for an oil change or you need new brakes, OK Service is glad to help you out there too. OK Service in Hanover, earning your trust by providing quality products and exceptional customer service.
Every good season starts with one great deal. Buy 2 or more Ag Firestone tires for one big instant discount using the Firestone Farm Hands Reward. Find out how to take advantage of savings on the best Ag tires through the Firestone Farm Hand Rewards program by contacting your Farmers Cooperative Tire branch. These large instant discounts are available through April 30th.
Investing in our owner's success. Farmers Cooperative.
Back once again at Dodge City, United Wireless Arenas, the Hanover Wildcats and the Tigers of St. John go head-to-head. St. John looks like this. Their starting lineup. We'll start with number 2, Eddie Carleros, who is a 6'1 senior, 6 points a game, 3 boards a game, 2.5 assists. Trey Fisher, a 6'1 junior, 3 points and 4 boards a game. Mason Osborne wears number 14, a 6'4 senior, 15 points a game and 5 boards and 4 assists and 2.5 steals. You get the picture there. Marshall Wolf, 6'1 junior, 7 points and 3 boards, and Tanner Holling, a 6'7 junior, 18 points a game, 8 rebounds a contest. They go 6'7 off the bench as well, and 6'6 off the bench. They have a lot of size, and again, very battle-tested, much like Hanover. This very well could be the state championship game in this opening round. For the Hanover Wildcats, it will start like this. It is Cade Gorhurst, a 6'1 senior, 6.5 points a contest. Dakin Stahlbomber, a 6'1 senior, 6.5 a game. Thomas Atkins leads the way scoring, 6'3 and a senior, 15.8 per game, 6.5 boards a contest. 6'3 senior Pete Peters, 11.3 a game, and 6' senior Carter Bruna, 13.6 points, and he adds 5.2 assists per ball game for the Hanover Wildcats. Again, they come in 24-1. St. John 21-4. So Hanover, the home team on the scoreboard. They wear the home whites with the home red and blue on the jersey. They'll be going up against the St. John Tigers, who comes in with the visiting road blues with white trim and black trim as well. Hanover and St. John, a colossal opening round battle here in the 1A state championships. The Hanover Lady Wildcats here cheering on the Wildcat boys, along with a great crowd as well from Hanover. The Hanover Wildcat boys join the Lady Wildcats tomorrow in the semifinals right back here in Dodge City. We're about set to go on the opening tip-off. Thomas Atkins awaits the chance to tip it off here for the Hanover Wildcats. Officials making sure the scorer's table is ready, and we are ready as well. The opening tip-off from the 1A state championships is owned by Atkins. Down the court, right side, laying up and off glass and won't go down. Hanover had a great look on the opening possession and rimmed out off the dribble drive on that right side by the Wildcats. So back outside it comes now to the wing left for St. John. Their opening possession, Trey Fisher. Now the dribble drive by Marshall Wolf to the corner right. Ball fake and kick out deep. Thought about a three was Mason Osborne. He will keep it and now take it toward the lane. He stands at the top, shake and bake move, backs it out, now goes right on the wing. They go down low in the post. Ball tipped away and taken by Pete Peters. And Hanover has it back. The Wildcats with the basketball. Back the other direction it comes. Out top, dribble drive, kick to the corner. Ball tipped, but Carter Bruna has it here for Hanover. Spin move to the paint. Bruna goes strong, up off the window and good. Carter Bruna puts the Wildcats on the board to start, and they will lead it here 2-0. Back to the direction it will come with St. John, their second possession of this basketball game. It has been a great start offensively for the Wildcats. 2 good looks. They've cashed in one of those, Carter Bruna. Now it's in the lane. Big guy inside. Tanner Halling, 18 a game, but he has it taken away. Cohurst up the floor with the basketball. He will look down inside the lane. Fall away. Pete Peters just off the back iron, rims away. And it's brought back the other direction for St. John. Hanover leads it 2-0. 6.5 to work in this opening quarter. Out top, they flatten it out 1-4 and let one-on-one go down the lane, and it's missed. Rebound comes off to Hanover. Back the other direction. Dribble drive to the paint. Off balance, off glass, and good. Dakin Stahlbomber takes it to the lane. Had a defender bump him out of the paint, but he still was able to drop it in, and the Wildcats have the lead now with 6:04 to go in the opening quarter, 4-0. Athletic move by Stahlbomber. Here's a shot in the paint. Big guy again. Halling can't get it, and then fouling going over the back trying to get his own rebound. Hanover really causing some issues. They've gotten it deep, St. John that is, in the paint, but the 2 times they've gotten it down in the lane, Hanover's been able to just really confuse the postman. He's missed a couple of shots inside. That time went back up in frustration and was called for the foul. Hanover leads it 4-0. Just under 6 to work, opening quarter. Bruna brings it across toward the lane. Dribble drives all the way to the glass and lays it in, and it's a chance at hoop and harm. Carter Bruna bruising his way through 2 defenders, took the contact, kissed it off the window, and it's Hanover leading 6-0, and they go to the stripe, and it's St. John. Clint Kinnaman forced into an early timeout for the Tigers. Hanover leads 6-0. Carter Bruna at the line when we come back.
If you're inspired to throw the best party for a friend, an anniversary, dinner for your employees, or any other special occasion that calls for delicious food, Ricky's Cafe in Hanover has you covered. They offer catering services in the entire KCLY listing area with competitive prices. Give them a call and see what's on the menu for your big event. Catering is a solution for feeding large groups of people, and Ricky's Cafe knows how to make mouths water. Ricky's Cafe in Hanover, catering to all your celebrations. Wilbur Ellis in Clay Center is looking for a seasonal Class A CDL local driver. Hazmat endorsement is preferred along with a good driving record. Applicant must be able to lift bags and boxes up to 80 pounds. A positive attitude and willingness to work overtime is also a plus. This position allows you to be home every night. Again, this position is for a seasonal Class A CDL local driver. If this sounds like something you could do and are interested, apply online at wilburellis.com.
Bruna misses on the free throw, gets his own rebound, has a good look inside, can't knock it down though. And then Pete Peters got up and knocked at the basketball, but knocked it out of bounds. So Hanover leads at 6-0 out of the St. John timeout. What a start for the Wildcats here in the 1A state championships against St. John. Up the floor, Mason Osborne for the Tigers. Hands it outside deep. Marshall Wolf, 3-point attempt, short. Rebound. Atkins has it. Hanover out of the pack and called for a travel. A lot of traffic in the area and caused Thomas Atkins to take a step, and it goes back to St. John below the bucket. St. John will inbound left of the glass. Eddie Caleros will inbound it. Looking out deep. Lobs it out high. Cohurst bellied up against the ball handler, Mason Osborne. Now it comes left to Caleros. 5:24 to work. Right side wing deep is Wolf. Tried a 3 a moment ago. Doesn't look here. Now he works it right. Hands it off outside to Osborne. Here's the leading scorer. Leading guard scorer. He averages over 15 a game. Driving here and is fouled on his way to the paint. And he finds himself at the free throw stripe. Mason Osborne will shoot 2 for St. John. Again, through through the first 3 minutes, 45 seconds, I should say, it has been a shutout thus far for the Wildcats. 5:14 remains in the opening quarter. First free throw up and in, and for the first time in a ball game, St. John is on the board. Mason Osborne, 15 a game, 5 boards, 4 assists, 2.5 steals, and he misses on the second free throw. The senior, 6'4", missed on the second charity. The rebound to Thomas Atkins. In the corner right, it comes to Cohurst. 5:05 to work. Stahlbomber lobs it inside for Peters. The ball taken away by St. John. Wildcats back on defense in a man-to-man. Coach Kim Losey directing traffic over on the defensive end. Now Caleros with a 3 in the corner is strong. Weak side rebound, Stahlbomber. Outlet pass, Atkins on the move down the court. Tries to go through a double team, and for the second time in a lot of traffic is called for a travel. Atkins thinking maybe he had been bumped and forced the travel, but does not get the call. 4:46 to go. We're in the opening period. It's Hanover 6, St. John 1. St. John back with possession. Hanover back in that man-to-man defense. It is in the front court, right side on the wing. Osborne hands it off to Wolf. Now out deep to Caleros. Caleros works at right elbow. Hesitation move toward the lane. Good defense by Peters, but Caleros still drops it in off the glass. Tough shot inside by the senior at 6-1. 6-3 ball game. Hanover leads it by a triple. Bruna into the front court. Set to come in. The next dead ball will be Dawson Sedlogic. Right side wing is Atkins. Out top, Bruna. Right side wing. Atkins, 3 ball. Money from the right wing. Thomas Atkins, his first field goal. He averages at 16 a game and makes it a 9-3 lead for the Hanover Wildcats midway point of the opening period. Right side with it is Osborne. He'll back up, trying to answer for 3. It's short. Rebound tipped by Peters, picked up by Wolf, and a foul called on the stick-back try. It'll put Wolf at the line to shoot 2. Marshall Wolf, a 6'1 junior. 1 free throw made in the game thus far. That was by Mason Osborne, 6'4 senior for St. John. Now 2 more tries here for the Tigers. The junior Marshall Wolf free throw line. It's strong off the back iron. The rebound, or they'll have a second free throw coming, I should say. Sedlogic into the game. 6' senior on for Hanover, who leads it 9-3. 1 more free throw coming from Marshall Wolf. Second charity up. This one's short. And the rebound comes off, though, to St. John. Trey Fisher has it. Out deep with the dribble. On the right side is Osborne. Toward the free throw line. Stops. Now backs it out deep, and it comes to Marshall Wolf. Wolf will put the dribble down toward the lane. Kick out right wing, Osborne. 9-3. Hanover leads it. St. John with the basketball. Left, it comes to Wolf. Toward the free throw line. Now toward the lane. Pull-up jumper off glass and good. Tough shot by Marshall Wolf. 6'1 junior makes it a 9-5 ball game. Hanover still leads it by 4. In the front court, Bruna. Right side wing, Sedlogic. Left it comes to Bruna. Out top, thought about a long 3 ball. He can hit him from long range. Now Stahlbomber to the paint. Peters. Ball fake, takes it up, and can't get it to fall down. Rebound comes off to St. John. Caleros has it, and the Tigers bring it back against Hanover. Wildcats still lead it here 9-5. Caleros out deep and to Osborne. Osborne beyond the arc with the basketball. And the dribble. Right side wing, Wolf fakes the 3 against Stahlbomber. Now takes it to the lane. Double dip shot in the paint, no good. Rebound to Stahlbomber. Taking Stahlbomber, runs the transition toward the lane, hangs in the air, and gets a second one to kiss in off the glass. Twice he's taken it to the lane against the defender on the body, and he was still able to hold in the air, steady himself, and drop it in off the window. Now the drive by Osborne. Rims out. Rebound comes away to St. John. A second miss. Peters battling. Rebound out of bounds 2. They say off of Hanover. Coach Kim Losey hoping the outside official would give some help. They will not get it. And it stays with St. John, although Hanover does lead 11-5 with 2:25 to go in this first period. Into the game for the first time, Gavin Prawley for the Wildcats. Pete Peters gets a breather. Out deep for St. John, Cash McVeigh. 5'10" senior goes to the lane, and it's a travel against St. John. Hanover gets it back. They lead 11-5. Sedlogic into Bruna. Carter will bring it up. He has Prawley, Atkins, and Stahlbomber down the floor. Bruna to the right wing deep. Sedlogic back outside Bruna. Left wing, Stahlbomber. 2 inside buckets. Now a 3 rims out. And a rebound effort by Sedlogic is going to be called for the bump inside. Basketball back to St. John. Hanover leading here 11-5. 2:10 to go, first quarter. Hanover Lady Wildcats play at 3 tomorrow here in the state championships in 1A. They will take on Waverly. If the Hanover Wildcat boys could advance, they would play the following game at 4:45. In the lane, right elbow, is Trey Fisher. Now the ball nearly taken away by Bruna. Now it is taken. No, that's picked back up. Now it's taken by Atkins. Atkins the other direction. To the paint, looking for Sedlogic. Gets thrown away and taken by St. John. So turnover meets turnover, and St. John has it back. Hanover with a 6-point lead, $1:45 to go in the opening period. Here's Caleros. Outside it goes. Dribble drive down low, swatted out of bounds by Dakin Stahlbomber. It will be St. John's basketball, but Cash McVeigh had it cashed out of bounds by Stahlbomber that time. McVeigh will inbound for the Tigers, right of the glass on the baseline. St. John bringing in Colin Holling for the first time. He stands in the corner right. McVeigh to inbound against the Hanover man-to-man, and it's lobbed out of bounds right into the scorer's table here. You may have heard the St. John Mason Osborne slapped the table in frustration right beside us as they threw it out of bounds and turned it right back over to the Hanover Wildcats. They lead 11-5. A minute 35 to go. Said Logic into Bruno. Carter will bring it through the midcourt stripe. Left on the wing deep, said Logic to the post. Peters back out top. Crawley, free throw line jumper. No. And a foul called in low against Hanover. Pete Peters looked like he had pretty good position inside. He's shaking his head as he goes back the other direction. They called him for a push out of the paint, evidently on a bump as he's boxing out. Looked like he had inside position, but again, that's on the other end of the floor here at the arena. 11-5. Hanover leads it by 6, a minute 19 to work. With the dribble on top is Marshall Wolf. Lobs to the corner left, Osborne. Fakes the three. Crawley was out there on him. Now it comes out left to Holling. To the top, McVeigh. He will take it to the baseline. Stop. Mid-lane. Drive. Trey Fisher has to kick it out. Holling for three and buries it. That is Colin Holling, the 6'1 junior, averages 5 a game. He makes this a 3-point contest. 11-8 ball game with 53 to work. Carter Bruno way out top. 3-ball is strong. Rebounded low. It's knocked free by Crawley, but picked up by Mason Osborne, and St. John has it back. Hanover's 1 6-point lead down to 3 to tie in the corner, up and rimming out. Rebound to McVeigh. Out top, Osborne 3-ball to tie it, and he does. Mason Osborne makes it an 11-11 ball game. 30 seconds left in this opening period. Carter Bruno holds the index finger up and says, let's hold it for one. Try to take a lead into the second period. We said coming in, this was going to be one heck of a colossal battle between two heavyweights in 1A basketball, and it has been nothing less than that thus far. 12 seconds to work. 11-11 tie. Carter Bruno starts to work off a screen from Crawley. Hesitation move behind the back to the corner. Pete Peters rises up, pulls the trigger. 2-pointer no. Rebound off to St. John. They'll not get a shot away. After one quarter, it's tied at 11 here in Dodge City. 1A state championship basketball. Hanover Wildcats will continue next.
Clay County Medical Center offers an evening and weekend walk-in clinic for your health care needs. Their walk-in clinic is open Monday through Friday from 5 to 7, Saturdays and Sundays 8 to noon, and holidays also 8 to noon. No appointment is necessary, just walk in. From colds to minor injuries that can't wait until the next day, they treat it all. Avoid an expensive emergency room visit. Go to the walk-in clinic at Clay County Medical Center. Please enter at the emergency room entrance.
This cold weather will turn to planting weather before you know it. This year, along with seed and other inputs, talk to Central Valley Ag about growing stronger, healthier plants, maximizing yield, and lowering your cost of production with the pre-planned application of a fungicide. Central Valley Ag can help you pick the right fungicide and make sure it's applied at the right time. Pre-planning a fungicide application could be an important part of your complete cropping plan. Read more about it at cvacoop.com. You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
Tied at 11-11 after one quarter of play. Hanover got out early, led by 6 a couple of different times, but St. John able to answer the bell and have it tied now 11-11 as we go to the second period. Great matchup here in this opening round. The winner will move to tomorrow at 4:45, and they will get Osborne, who was able to survive a scare, winning by 3 and stay undefeated. Here it's the Hanover Wildcats forcing a turnover in the paint. The dribble drive by Trey Fisher, and Hanover gets it back tied at 11. Out of the quarter break, said Logic, Bruna, Peters, Cohorst, and Atkins on the floor. Hanover jumped out to a 6-0 lead and then led 9-3 at one point, but now 11-11 as we begin this second period. Cohorst has it outside to the right wing to Bruna, now left on the baseline, said Logic, ball fake and drive. He's called for traveling on a little rocker step move there on the baseline. So St. John, a turnover on their first possession. Hanover, a turnover on their first possession of the second period. 11-11 ball game. 7.5 to go in the first half. Crossing the timeline, Mason Osborne. He hit the big three right before the end of the first quarter to tie it at 11. Now to Wolf. Marshall Wolf toward the lane, hangs in the air, shot up, no. Rebound, tipped around inside. Pete Peters couldn't get a handle on it. It goes back out deep. St. John a new possession. Osborne with the dribble, 7:10 to go. We're in the second quarter. Osborne against Bruna. Dribble drive to the lane. Cut off. Shot goes up. No. Rebound. He gets it back. 6'4 senior. Unable to keep control of it. Lost it. Bruna wisely got his feet inbounds before he touched the basketball, and Hanover has it back. Here's Sedlogic right wing deep. Brings it back out with the dribble. To the corner right it goes to Cohurst. Zone defense by St. John. Here's Pete Peters out deep. To the corner right, Sedlogic. Back to Cohurst. Left side wing. Deep Bruna. Ball fake on the three. Dribble drive. Floater up. Strong. Rebound comes off to Caleros. And St. John has it, looking for their first lead of the game. Toward the paint. Ball fake inside. Shot is up and good. Caleros gets the bucket, and Coach Kim Losey wants a timeout. 13-11. St. John now with a 2-point lead here in this opening half of the 1A state championships. You're listening to Hanover Wildcat basketball.
Diesel engine maintenance and repair is becoming more complex as engines and other components use more electronic systems to control their operation. At TSI Kansas, our mechanics often use handheld or laptop computers to diagnose these problems and adjust engine functions. Ask for our monthly shop specialist. For minor or major maintenance, you can rely on TSI Kansas Incorporated. Call 785-632-5183.
Hanover Wildcats trail for the first time in the game with 6:26 to work, 13-11. Hanover led by Dakin Stahlbomber and Carter Bruna, both with 4. Thomas Atkins has the 1 3-pointer. Bruna, left side deep, Sedlogic. Ball fake on the 3. Now steps to the paint with a pass to Atkins. He'll take it up strong inside. Foul is called before the shot, they say, so it's on the floor. 6:10 to go, opening half. We're in the second quarter. Hanover down by a bucket. Dakin Stahlbomber back in for Hanover. Sedlogic will come out. Bruna will inbound on the baseline. They put 4 from sideline to sideline below the free throw stripe. They get it in low. Stahlbomber takes it up. It's blocked. Pete Peters back up and rolls it in there. The senior drops it in, his first points, and it's now a 13-13 tie with 6 minutes to go, first half of play. Osborne brings it across for St. John. Man-to-man by Hanover against Bruna. To the paint, kick across lane. We've got an offensive charge. Thomas Atkins stands in. The pass had been made by Osborne, but he continued down the floor in the paint, and there was Atkins waiting for the charge, and Hanover gets it back. 13-13 tie. The foul on Osborne is his first. 6'4 senior. Had an open teammate, Trey Fisher, driving the paint off the pass, but the momentum of Osborne took him right through the chest of Atkins, and the charge was called. Here's Stahlbomber. Takes it to the paint. Right corner. Cohurst, 3-pointer for the lead. Yes! Cade Cohurst knocks it down, right corner, and it's 16-13. Hanover back on top now by a triple. Caleros toward the lane. Near steal by Stahlbomber. Dribble drive into the paint. Wild shot. Wolf, no good. Stahlbomber rips it away from everybody, and Hanover has it back with that 3-point lead. Stahlbomber weaves his way down the lane, lobs it inside for Cohurst. It's taken away. Now nearly taken back by Cohurst. Caleros, though, does have it for St. John as he crosses the timeline. Off to Mason Osborne. 16-13, Hanover by a triple. St. John with the basketball. Osborne trying to create. Bruna keeps him out of the lane. Caleros for the tie. Right wing 3, no. Tipped board by Bruna. Picked up by Atkins. Hanover has it back. Thomas can bring it himself. Now to Bruna. Back to Atkins. Hit a 3 earlier. Doesn't trigger. Now lob inside. Pete Peters back to the bucket. Turns, spins. Fall away on the baseline is strong. Rebound off to Colin Halling. 16-13 with 4:38 to go in this first half. And Hanover leading by that 3-point margin. Here's Osborne toward the lane. Cut off by Bruna. Fall away jumper. Mid lane, no. Rebound Atkins. Thomas will bring it coast to coast. Now works at left wing. Hands it off to Cohurst. Dribble drive. Kick out. Atkins. He'll take it toward the lane. Spins. Turns. Gets caught in the paint and traffic and turns it back over to St. John. This took it a little too deep. Got by the first defender. There were 2, though, waiting in that traffic area, and he just had to take a step to get through them. So the basketball back to St. John. Again, Hanover leading here 16-13. Great matchup. St. John and Hanover. Again, this could very well be the state championship game. Central Plains obviously has a lot to say about that, but you just get a feeling the winner of this one will get a crack at undefeated Central Plains, who has not played yet. They still have Maxville to match up with. But Central Plains, of course, well known for both the boys and girls programs. The Central Plains Oilers yesterday, the girls winning their 109th straight game here in the state championships. Hanover Lady Wildcats, of course, match up against Waverly tomorrow at 3. Here's a dribble drive, kick out. Claros doesn't take the 3. Bruna right in his face. Claros backs it out, lob to the paint. Big guy inside, Tanner Halling. Ball fake, takes it up, and finishes in low. 6'7" junior, averages 18 a game. That's his first points of the contest, and Hanover's lead is down to 1. 16-15. Cohurst has it out deep, now to Bruna. Baseline left, Stahlbomber fakes 3, dribble drives all the way to the paint. Taken Stahlbomber again, driving the lane and finishing. This time over a defender. He dropped it in with a fingertip roll, and it's 18-15. Hanover back by 3. Corner right, it comes to Halling. Out deep, Wolf open for a 3-ball on its way. Short, rebound, Stahlbomber tips. Halling has it. St. John with a new possession. 3:15 to work in this opening half. Hanover leading by 3. St. John to the post. Pete Peters, great denial on the entry. Atkins has it going the other direction. Atkins has it poked away and out of bounds by Cash McVeigh, so Hanover does keep the basketball. Pete Peters denying the entry pass to the big 6'7" post that time, and Atkins then got the deflection. Stahlbomber. Kick out, Bruna. Back to Stahlbomber. Back to Bruna at the point. Looking low. Now back on the wing left. Stahlbomber to the paint. Atkins back to the bucket. Going to work. Ball fake. Takes it up. Off window. It's strong. Rebound away to Halling. Under 3 to go. Second quarter. Hanover leads it 18-15 here in the opening half. St. John back with the basketball. Caleros. The front court against Bruna. Right side wing. Wolf lobs it inside. The big guy Halling blocked from behind by Peters, but he's called for the foul. So to the free throw stripe will go Tanner Halling. He'll have 2 charities coming. For St. John, they have hit 1 of 4. Hanover has attempted just 1 free throw in this first half. They lead it 18-15. At the line, Halling first charity on its way is up and rolls off the front iron and falls in. 6'7" junior now with 3 points. 18-8 a game along with 3 blocks per contest for the 6'7" junior. Second free throw up, and this one's in as well. We have a 1-point ball game once again. 18-17, Hanover by 1, 2:38 to go in this first half. Pete Peters into Carter Bruna. Hanover looks down the floor and sees Cohurst along with Stahlbomber, who has it up top to Bruna, and Atkins in the lane. Lob down low. Cohurst on the alley-oop. No, Stahlbomber tried to tip it, and it's knocked out of bounds off of Hanover. So possession goes the other way. Dakin thinking maybe he was fouled. I thought so, too. Again, the other end of the floor, but he went up, and all of a sudden the ball was flying out of bounds, but the play was called clean and out off of Hanover. McVeigh has it right on the wing for St. John. Ball fake and dribble drive. Gets in low. Ball fakes again. Takes it up over Peters. No. Rebound. Thomas Atkins rips it down. 2:19 to go. Hanover by 1 with the basketball. Bruna, top of the key. Lobs it right wing to Stahlbomber. He'll dribble drive. Kick out. Atkins had a look at 3. No. Now to Bruna. Back to Atkins left wing. Fakes the 3. Dribble drive to the corner. Stahlbomber 3-ball is short. Rebound comes off to St. John. 2 minutes left first half. Hanover leads it here 18-17. St. John with the basketball coming back the other direction. Claros hands it off to Wolf. Free throw line. Wolf, hesitation move, gets in the lane. Leaner up off glass, and St. John has the lead back by 1. Marshall Wolf has his second field goal. Hanover trails 19-18, down to 1:39 left in this first half of play. Pete Peters knocked to the ground. The defensive player also goes to the ground on the bump. No foul. They let him play on. Claros has it for St. John at the free throw line. Kicks it down low in the paint, nearly taken away by Stahlbomber. Now the ball loose. Carter Bruna gets a hand in there. It is a jump ball call, and possession goes back to the Hanover Wildcats with 1:22 to work in this opening half. Hanover will have the basketball. Length of the floor to go, trailing here by 1. Both these teams having a chance as they clean up the floor to suck in some air and now get ready to go at it again. Carter Bruna through the timeline. $1:15 to work in the opening half. Left wing deep. Atkins hit a 3 earlier. Triggers here and drills another one. His 6 points, both coming from beyond the half moon, and it's a 21-19 Hanover lead and a timeout on the floor. 1:07 left in the first half. Hanover leads 21-19 when we come back.
Many seed companies claim to offer the latest genetics, but how many have tested those genetics in soils just like yours? The Oldie Seed Know to Grow research program has fully tested the latest seed genetics in soils that are right in your neighborhood. The Oldie Seed Know to Grow program can recommend the best performing hybrids from technologies like Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link that will optimize the yield and profit of every acre on your farm. Contact Oldie Seed today.
Back once again in Dodge City, along with studio engineer Bernie Fancella. Rocky Downing with you on a Thursday evening of the opening 1A state championships, opening round here. Hanover Wildcats lead it by 2 after that Thomas Atkins 3, his second of the game. Caleros has it down the floor. Out top it comes now to Fisher. Fisher needs some help. He's used his dribble off to Marshall Wolf. Behind the back, dribble drive, gets to the lane, but he is fouled before the bucket. It is going to be the 7th team foul on Hanover, so it'll be a 1-and-1 chance here for Marshall Wolf. Wolf is a 6'1 junior, has 4 points, 0 for 2 at the stripe, a 1-and-1 chance here. Hanover leads it by 2, 51 seconds left, second quarter. A winner here moves on to play Osborne at 4:45 tomorrow, following that Hanover Lady Wildcat game. Lady Wildcats' first game of the day tomorrow against Waverly. They tip off at 3 p.m. First free throw was up and good. Wolf gets the back-in coupon toss, and he cashes it in, too. It's a tie ball game, 21-21. 48 to work. They have traded leads 4 different times in the second quarter after Hanover led by 6 a couple of times in the first period. It was tied 11-11 to begin this second quarter. Cohorst, ball fake on the 3, drive, now kick out Stahlbomber. Takes it toward the paint, all the way in the lane, hangs in the air, fingertip roll again. 8 points for the 6'1 senior. Stahlbomber gives Hanover the lead back at 23-21, under 30 to work in the first half. Marshall Wolf drives, free throw line, cut off, Fisher in low. They get McVeigh wide open, and we're tied again, 23-23. Cash McVeigh has his first points of the ball game. Hanover with 10 to work with the basketball. Left and deep, Stahlbomber. Dribble drive, kicks to the corner, Cohorst for the lead. 3 ball is down at the 2-second mark. And Hanover goes into halftime with a 26-23 lead as we head to half. Hanover Wildcats up by a triple, headed to halftime here in the 1A state championships.
A missed dose of medication due to not refilling a prescription can have serious side effects on your health. Eliminate the need to call in multiple prescription refills with the MedSync program, available through Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy. Your pharmacist will coordinate the prescription refills so you can pick them up on a single day each month that's convenient for you, and you'll never run out of your medication again. Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy in Clay Center, Abilene, and Salina, putting the care back into healthcare.
A full-time custom applicator position is available at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Clay Center. There are many facets to this job, including handling of packaged chemicals, operating spray equipment, as well as computers on equipment, mixing of pesticides and fertilizers, maintaining records, assisting the mechanic, and daily inspection of vehicles, just to name a few. If you're looking for good work that offers insurance and benefits, apply in person at Nutrient Ag Solutions on the west side of Clay Center on Highway 24.
Defend, rebound, pass the ball, and score. Basketball's a simple game. Insurance is too, when you turn to me, your local Farm Bureau agent, Justin Tadman in Clay Center. I'm your go-to agent for farm, auto, home, life, and business insurance. So no matter what life brings, you'll be ready with a game plan that meets all your coverage needs. Give us a call at 785-632-2585. I make insurance a layup. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Breaking up is not hard to do. Twin Valley Pulse makes it easy to leave your current internet provider. You'll love their high-speed internet much more. You won't even miss that other internet provider you've put up with for years. Twin Valley Wireless Internet offers a choice of plans to fit your usage. No data caps, no throttling of internet speed, and no landline required. Begin a new relationship. Call Twin Valley at 800-515-3311 and choose the best plan that fits your lifestyle. Service availability will depend on location. See store for details.
Back once again, halftime is here as the Hanover Wildcats have a 26-23 lead. Hanover with an 11-11 tie after one quarter. They led by 6 in that first period, and then St. John made a move, and now at halftime break, it was Cade Cohorst who came away with that big 3 right before the buzzer. And Hanover leads it by a triple, 26-23 here at the halftime break. We'll look at scoring leaders, look at the brackets, and what's to come this weekend on KCLY. That'll continue when halftime returns after this.
Saving for retirement can seem complicated, confusing, even scary, but it doesn't have to be. Hi, I'm Kathy Affolder for United Bank and Trust, and we're here to help. As we go through tax season, now is the perfect time to think about opening an individual retirement account. If you have questions or want to get started, stop by and ask for me or Terry Jermark. We'd love to walk through the process with you. Saving for your retirement with an IRA at United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life, equal housing lender, and member FDIC.
Have you been daydreaming about remodeling your home? Maybe you're dreaming big about building a new home or a machine shed. Hometown Lumber and Hardware welcomes you to bring in your plans and blueprints so they can give you a bid on your materials. They offer superior quality products at competitive prices. Do yourself a favor and find out how much you can save by getting the materials you need from Hometown Lumber and Hardware in Marysville.
The color yellow is often the chosen color of sunshine and is associated with happiness and joy. No wonder the Always Save brand of products chose to use yellow in their trademark label. It's certainly easy to spot the Always Save products throughout the store shelves at Ray's Apple Market, and it also makes it easy to save money on the grocery items you need for your family every day. Besides all the value line products like Always Save at Ray's Apple Market, another way you can save even more is with the Ray's app on your phone.
Center, people are saying we have the best deals on Highway 15 and 24, and we think so too. So give us a chance to earn your business, and just for coming in, we're going to buy you dinner at the 1524 Brew House. That's right, just give us a chance and we're going to buy you lunch. So come out and see us. You got nothing to lose. You're going to get a great deal and a great meal. So come see us at the Green Team in Clay Center.
Again, back at Dodge City, where the Hanover Wildcats have a 26-23 lead here at the halftime break. Let's give you a look at scoring leaders in that first half for the Hanover Wildcats. Dakin Stahlbomber taking it to the lane, and he has finished fantastic 4 different times. He has 8 points to lead the way. 2 3-balls each from Cade Cohorst. Of course, the one before the buzzer at the second quarter, he has 6 points. Thomas Atkins hitting the other 2 3-pointers for Hanover. He has 6. 4 points from Carter Bruna. And Pete Peters has knocked in 1 field goal. Over on the St. John side of things, it is Marshall Wolf who has 6 points, 4 from Mason Osborne and Tanner Holling, and Eddie Caleros, a 3-ball from Colin Holling and a 2 from Cash McVeigh. Hanover at the half in a tight one. We knew this would be some kind of battle. It is 26-23. Hanover, a lead by a triple. Stay with us. More of halftime is on the way next.
Whether you're building a house or doing a do-it-yourself project, Andy's Hardware and Lumber is your full-service lumber yard and hardware store. They offer a broad range of general hardware needs, a good selection of lumber, paint, power tools, hand tools, plumbing, electrical products, nails, rails, windows, doors, and more. Andy's Hardware and Lumber at Hanover is a reliable source for all your building supplies at competitive prices. They're also big fans of the Hanover Wildcats.
Take advantage of 1.5% fixed interest on a used 6M, 6R, 7R, 8R, or 9R John Deere tractor at your local Landmark Implement through the end of February. We'll work with you to find the right equipment for your needs at a price that's right for you, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Visit landmarkimp.com to see our complete inventory or visit your local Landmark location and experience the Landmark difference.
From basic residential electrical services to large contract jobs, Hanover Electric is ready to take on your project. They also repair and service any plumbing, heating, and air conditioning problems you may have. Whether it's an emergency, daily service call, or new system installation, they are prepared to handle your needs. Your business and friendship is appreciated, and they look forward to being your source of electric, heating, AC, and plumbing solutions. Hanover Electric keeps everything running efficiently.
Whether it be a backyard barbecue, fancy four-star restaurant, hamburgers at the family picnic, or steak served for Sunday dinner, if beef is on the menu, you're in for some good eating. Our local livestock producers are some of the best in the world. We'd like to thank them for the continued business. Citizens State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
We're just making a living, making things grow.
Hanover leads 26-23 as we get set for the second half. A couple minutes away from getting that back underway. Let's take a look at what the Wildcats and St. John Tigers did through the first half of play. From the field, St. John 8 of 26, Hanover 11 of 25. 3-point field goals, 2 of 8 for St. John, 4 of 7 for Hanover. We mentioned the 2 from Cohorst and the 2 from Atkins. At the free throw stripe, it would be St. John going to the line and hitting 5 out of 8 for Hanover. No free throw attempts in the first half. So Hanover leads by 3. Against St. John, 5 of 8 from the stripe. Hanover did not get to the free throw line in the first half of play. Rebounding, 22-13. Hanover was out-rebounded. I'm sure that's something they talked about at the halftime break because there were a lot of offensive boards grabbed, 9, in fact, offensive rebounds for St. John. It gave them, with a tough night shooting at 8 of 26 from the field, opportunities to still stay in the ball game and then get to the free throw stripe. 26-23. Hanover leads it by a triple. We're at half. Second half coming up in just a bit.
Call Sapp Brothers of Hanover for bulk delivery of gasoline, diesel fuel, propane, and oil. Wherever you live in north central Kansas, Sapp Brothers wants to be your reliable source of energy. Whether it's propane to heat your home or diesel fuel to power your farm equipment, they'll even deliver fuel to the field in your busiest season. From year to year and throughout every season, Sapp Brothers will keep you moving. Call them for a competitive fuel quote at 337-2446.
Bruna Implement, your local Case IH dealer, offers specialized repair services and maintenance on your machinery. See them for the best farm implements for the right job at the right price. Bruna Implement extends their support to the area student athletes in tournament action. They have enjoyed watching the teams play, improve, and grow as a team and as individuals. Congratulations to all the area high school teams for making it to the postseason playoffs. Bruna Implement is extremely proud of your success.
Second half about to get going. The Hanover Wildcats will start on defense. Carter Bruna, Cade Cohorst, Dakin Stahlbommer, Pete Peters, and Thomas Atkins on the floor for Hanover. Wildcats lead 26-23. St. John will have possession to begin this second half. Tigers bring it to the backcourt. Mason Osborne walks it through the timeline. He has Caleros down the floor, Halling in there, along with, well, now Osborne goes left and deep to Wolf. Marshall Wolf lob to the paint. Here's the big guy, Halling, dropping it in inside. It's back to a one-point ball game. Pretty easy for St. John that time. Hanover's done a really good job to battle and really front up against Halling at 6'7", but that time they dropped it over the top, and he dropped it in through the rim. There's a blocking foul on the other end against St. John's, Trey Fisher. 7:35 to work. We're in the third quarter, just underway in the second half. Hanover again with a 1-point lead right now and the basketball in their possession. Bruna to inbound it, lobs it out deep. Atkins. The top goes right on the wing. Stahlbommer lobs to the lane, and it's taken away by St. John. Cameron Osborne able to go up above, and Mason, I should say, goes up above and brings down the D, and now Deals on the other end. Took the steal, went coast to coast, spun his way to the paint, and now St. John has scored the first 4 points of the second half and leads it by 1. Here's Bruna out top. Stahlbommer, ball fake toward the lane. Goes to the baseline. Atkins trying to dribble drive, and we have a charging foul called against Atkins. It was Marshall Wolf who stepped across the dribble drive of Atkins. He didn't really have much time to set, but they did call the offensive charge. Coach Kim Losey having a word with the official on the sideline in his ear right now. 27-26, the foul on Atkins is his first. Inside the lane, Halling, blocked from behind by Pete Peters, taken away by Stahlbommer. Dakin, up the right sideline, sprint dribble, now behind the back and stops. controls it, kicks it left, Bruna, to the baseline. Cohorst right in front of us for three. It looked good, but short. Atkins, though, offensive rebound is blocked by Halling. Atkins looks to the official for a foul. He does not get the call. St. John has it back, leading by 1. Dribble drive. Osborne to the paint, out of control. Offensive foul goes against Mason Osborne. And Hanover gets it back. The foul is second of the half against St. John, and the second against Osborne, the 6'4 senior. 6'4", but really handles the basketball a bunch for St. John. Here's Atkins in the corner right outside to Bruna. High post, free throw line, Stahlbomber. Ball fakes a couple of times. Now Atkins, another look at threes. Hit 2. Strong this time. Rebound to Caleros. 6:19 to work. We're in the third quarter of action, and Hanover down by 1. St. John walks it through the center circle. Mason Osborne against Bruna to the right wing. Wolf for 3. Strong. He thought he had made it. Halling, though, the offensive board. And it's taken away from behind. Saved in by Cohorst. Big-time defense by Cohorst that time. And the Wildcats have it back down by 1. Here's Stahlbomber again to the lane. Hangs in the air. Cannot quite get the free throw. The lane to go, but does draw the foul and is headed to the stripe. Stahlbomber was in the air a long time with the bump and then held on a little bit longer so he could get it up off the glass. It almost fell in, and it is going to be free throws coming for Dakin Stahlbomber. Now the big guy, Tanner Halling, slow to get up. Let's get a break while we have the chance as they tend to him. He looks at his left knee, left ankle maybe. Says he's okay. Let's take a 30-second timeout. Dakin Stahlbomber at the line when we come back.
Need oil? Kramer Oil Company has you covered. They now carry 3 oil and lubricant brands to ensure your farm and trucking equipment always runs smoothly. Check out their new value price line or a premium line like Sinclair or Mobil. Not sure which is right for you? Kramer Oil can find one that meets your needs and your budget. Delivery to Clay, Washington, Marshall, and Riley counties, or receive a $25 discount if you pick up your drum or tote at their Marysville office. Visit KramerOil.com for details.
Tanner Halling, the 6'7 junior, does come out, but appears to be okay at the free throw line. Dakin Stahlbomber knocked in the first charity. Second free throw on its way is good as well. He has 10 to lead all scorers. And Hanover has reclaimed the lead now at 28-27. So St. John scored the first 4 points to take the lead, and now Hanover answers with the free throws from Stahlbomber. Here's Osborne. He's gotten really busy on the offensive end. Leans inside the lane. Can't get it to fall. Rebound tipped around. Loose. Stahlbomber tracks it down. Hanover has it back. Thinking Stahlbomber. See everywhere? Seems like it to you. Seems like it to me. Here's Bruna. Right side wing. Atkins back out deep. Bruna. Carter Bruna has attempted 1-3 in the game. Doesn't take a look here. Atkins back out deep. Cohorst. Fakes it left. Now gets it to Stahlbomber right in front of us here courtside. Dakin. He'll trigger a 3-ball, just strong. Rebound comes off on the weak side to Osborne. 5:10 to work. Down court it comes quickly. Wolf attacks the lane. Blocked by Bruna, or Peters, I should say. But a foul is called. See who they call this against. There was a lot of basketball up top. But they call it down low against Dakin Stahlbomber, and he looks at Pete and says, I didn't touch him. But there was a bump, they said, down low. The official thought he saw, and it's going to be 2 free throws for Marshall Wolf. And the first charity is up and good. Remember, Hanover had not attempted a free throw attempt in the entire first 16 minutes. Here in the second half, they do have a chance at the line, 2 for 2. Actually, they had attempted 1 free throw in the first half. Carter Bruna had that 3-point try. Has free throw missed on the second one. Rebound, though, to Halling, but he can't cash it back in. We're tied at 28. 5 minutes to work. Bruna down the court with it. Toward the lane. In the corner, Cohorst. Back out deep. Found nobody, but it's run down by, guess who, Stahlbomber. Dakin with the dribble. Right and deep to Bruna. High post, Pete Peters. Back outside, Stahlbomber to Bruna. Back to Stahlbomber, left wing. 3 again. This time is good. 13 for the 6'1 senior. He averages 6.5 a game. But as the postseason rolls around, you heard it during Sub-State as well, he continues to step up the game. It's a 31-28 ball game. Hanover now lead by 3. Stahlbomber with 13 leads all scorers. 4:22 to go, third quarter. Hanover in a man-to-man defense. St. John working around the perimeter. Claros to the corner left. And a pass inside. Stahlbomber goes up, bats it away, and off of St. John. Hanover has it back. Dakin Stahlbomber hit the big 3 on one end and then defends on the entry pass. Goes up high, tips it off of the passer and out of bounds and back to Hanover. So the Wildcats have it 31-28. They lead by a triple. Outside Stahlbomber into the paint. Pete Peters. Cohorst looking inside. Ball tipped around. Cohorst gets it back. Now the dribble drive by Bruna. Kick out. Stahlbomber again. This time rims off. Rebound to McVeigh of St. John. Under 4 to go in the third. Hanover leading 31-28. With it left on the wing is Mason Osborne. Stahlbomber defending there. Off a screen from Holling. Free throw line jumper on its way. No. Rebound inside. Cohorst has it for Hanover. The Wildcats a 3-point lead and the basketball. Right and deep, Stahlbomber. High post, Pete Peters. Looks left. Baseline, Bruna right in front of us. 3 ball, just short. Rebound comes off to Osborne. And now St. John may have some numbers. Osborne, Mason. No look pass inside. Tipped away. Good catch-up defense by Pete Peters. Out of bounds to St. John on their own baseline. 31-28. Hanover leads it by a triple. St. John will have the basketball on the baseline. Cohorst gets a breather, and into the game comes Sid Logic. And the ball tipped out of bounds off the entry by Thomas Atkins. Sid Logic joins Atkins and Peters, Stahlbomber, and Bruna on the floor. 3:20 left, third quarter. Hanover with a 31-28 lead. In the corner, it comes down low to Trey Fisher. Back out deep, Caleros for St. John. Tigers with the possession. Instant man-to-man. Caleros, dribble drive. Free throw line. Holling. 6'7" junior jumper, no. Rebound. Stahlbomber goes up and takes it away from Fisher. Stahlbomber down the floor. Crosses over toward the paint. Takes it in. Hangs in the air again with the left hand. He's fouled, and Stahlbomber headed back to the free throw line. That time, hung in the air long enough for the defender gets the bump, and then he took it reverse side with the left hand. Didn't have the shot, but he got it off the rim, which gets him to the free throw strike. 13 points in the game. And free throw, little body English, gets it to fall in there. He has 14 now. And Hanover a 4-point, 32-28 lead. Second charity coming for the Wildcats, 6'1" senior, Dakin Stahlbomber. 32-28. Hanover to make it a 5-point lead, and Stahlbomber does it. He has 15 now in the game, 4 for 4 at the stripe. In fact, he has all 7 points for Hanover in this quarter. Left is St. John. Drive by McVeigh. Kick across paint. Ball is loose. Said Logic gets a hand on it. Now it trips outside, and St. John comes up with it. Mason Osborne with the dribble against Bruna. Now it brings it out top. He has Pete Peters on it. 2.5 to go in the third quarter. Hanover with a 5-point, 33-28 lead. Osborne wanted to go one-on-one. Into the lane. Mid-lane jumper. Foul is called. And this will go, I think, against Peters. And it will be Osborne at the line. Was it on the floor or on the shot? That's the question. Third foul on Pete Peters. They called this on the floor, so no free throws. With 2:24 to go third period. Hanover leading by 5. St. John to inbound it from their own baseline. 5 count nearing. Bruna near steal. It's saved in bounds by St. John, and it is St. John. Trey Fisher still with it. Out deep to Wolf. Corner right. Caleros, 3 ball on its way. Good. Huge bucket for Eddie Caleros and St. John. It cuts the lead back down to 2 at 33-31. Hanover walks it across. Bruna. Stahlbomber to answer. 3 ball rims off. Rebound to Osborne. Mason Osborne brings it up for St. John. Said Logic chasing. Tried to run into said Logic to get a foul and almost got an offensive foul called against him. Now Atkins nearly tipped it away. Outside it comes deep. Osborne has it. 1:45 remains in this third period. Hanover with a 33-31 lead. Brunau defending on Osborne. Trying to get a 5 count started. Now he does. Osborne behind the back toward the lane. Kicks it to the corner. Tip away by Logic. Nice work by the Hanover defense. Busy hands on the defensive end. Basketball will stay with St. John on the baseline near the corner. Hanover with a 2-point lead. St. John with the basketball late third. St. John, corner left 3, strong. Rebound, Caleros. Swatted by Atkins. And out of bounds, staying with St. John. 1:22 to work. Caleros tried to head shoulder fake and then take it up, and Thomas Atkins had nothing happening there. He swatted out of bounds right into the St. John band. 33-31. Gavin Prawley checking in for Pete Peters after picking up that third foul. Caleros has it out deep. 1:18 to work. St. John with the basketball. Hanover with a 2-point lead. Mason Osborne, 1:10, takes it out deep. He's got Dakin Stahlbomber on him. Dribble drive toward the lane. Takes it into the paint all the way to the 10 and drops it in above the rim. Osborne with the bucket now has 6 in the game. And it's a 33-33 ball game. Stahlbomber, high post to the low post, down inside. Prawley has it blocked. He thought he was fouled. Rebound comes off to Caleros. St. John on the move, trying to reclaim the lead. They have changed leads twice already in this third period. They have been tied 2 other times. 33-33, 34 to work. Caleros takes it outside. St. John trying to milk it down for a final shot in the quarter, try to take a lead to the final period. Caleros out near the timeline. Stahlbomber creeps in defensively against him. 20 seconds left. Now it's Mason Osborne out near the half-court stripe. He's been able to get to the lane a bunch. Now he takes it inside the paint, but they kick it out with 10. Now Osborne has it again with 8 seconds left. He's out near the timeline with 6, with 5, with 4, with 3. Osborne, right side wing. Caleros, 3-ball at the buzzer is good. And St. John will go to the final quarter now with a 3-point lead. 36-33, headed to the final 8 here in Dodge City.
Every American farmer works hard. It's a given. And at Golden Harvest Seed Company, they believe that seed performance should be a given too. They're rooted in genetics, agronomy, and service to help you deliver a better performance in each of your fields. Your success is their success. So put them to work for you. Visit goldenharvestseed.com or contact your local Golden Harvest Seed Advisor to get started. In Hanover, your local seed advisor is Travis Enoch at Little Blue Ag.
High fives, school spirit, team pride, and good sportsmanship. This is what everyone likes to see at sporting events. R.L. Juneman Construction is proud of the Hanover Wildcats and the positive way they represent their families, school, and community. Whether you have kids participating or not, take this fun opportunity to cheer on the Wildcats in their sporting events throughout the year and watch them have their best game. Go get them, Wildcats, from your fans at R.L. Juneman Construction.
Hanover trails 36-33 as we head into this fourth quarter. Final 8 minutes getting set to go. Hanover Wildcats again trail by 3 on a buzzer beater by Caleros. Eddie Caleros hit his second 3 of that period. Dakin Stahlbomber, all 7 points for the Hanover Wildcats in the period. Here's Stahlbomber. Hanover does have possession to begin. Right and deep. Now it's to the post. Stahlbomber out top. Bruna to the corner left. Said Logic to tie it. It is up and strong. Rebound. Pete Peters, or correction, Cohorst comes up with it and now gives it to Stahlbomber. Prawley running the post right now with Peters, those 3 fouls against. So it's Prawley, Cohorst, Said Logic, Stahlbomber, and Bruna out there. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Hanover trailing here 36-33. Free throw line, Stahlbomber. He's been hot. Free throw line jumper, no. Said Logic, tip up and in. Said Logic brings the Wildcats back within 1, his first bucket of the night. 36-35, 7-10 still to go here in this opening round matchup, and what a matchup it has been. Hanover, dribble drive by Fisher, strip away and knocked it out of bounds. They stay off of Hanover. Wildcats thought they had stripped it away and off the knee of the driver, Trey Fisher, but it will be St. John basketball from their own baseline. Right side wing, Caleros for St. John. Hanover in a man-to-man. Caleros, Cohorst goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Now Stahlbomber gets it knocked free. Said Logic, dive on the floor, comes up with it. It's a jump ball, the arrow belonging to St. John. So possession goes to the Tigers. Hanover trails by 1 here, 36-35. Deep left, Tanner Halling, the 6'7 junior, gets it out deep. Now the ball off of St. John. That is Said Logic. Dawson Said Logic picked the pocket, and as he did so, knocked it off the knee of Fisher, and Hanover has possession back. They trail by 1. 6:43 left here in the fourth quarter. Hanover trying to advance to the semifinals once again. High post Stahlbomber to Bruner, right side wing. Said Logic for three. No. Rebound, long one on the weak side, comes away to Hawley. So possession back to St. John. Caleros, dribble drive, hands it off on the weak side. Marshall Wolf up and in transition. Wolf with the field goal puts St. John on top now by 3. The first bucket of the second half for Wolf. He has 8 points in the game. Here's Crawley inside. Ball fake, goes strong, block. It's taken away by Wolf. St. John the other direction. Now deep for Mason Osborne. And St. John with 6:07 to go has a 3-point lead. And Osborne drives the paint. Halling takes it inside. Shot is up. Blocked by Prawley. And Gavin Prawley brings down the block shot deflection. Hanover has it back. Here's Carter Bruna into the paint. All the way in the lane. Hangs in the air. Can't get the roll. Tips his own rebound. But now Osborne comes away with it. And St. John with the basketball. And they've got numbers going the other way. Osborne weaves his way to the paint. Slides inside. Misses. Stahlbomber clears the rebound. And he's going to be fouled on the board. Hanover will have it back. Osborne had some room and some space, and then Dakin Stahlbomber absolutely closed the door, defended, and then rebounded, and then was strong enough to get out of the pack so they could draw the foul. Here in the fourth quarter, Hanover Wildcats down by 3, but they have the basketball back. Thomas Atkins checking in during that last dead ball, as did Pete Peters. Hanover trailed 3 to begin this quarter. They trail 3 now with the basketball. Skip pass across to Stead Logic. High post, Pete Peters. Looks low. Back left. Cohorse got a good look at a 3 ball. It is up. Rim short. Rebound comes off to Osborne. So St. John brings it back the other direction. Osborne's going to walk it across here for the Tigers, and they want a timeout. We'll get one here as well. Hanover trails by 3. Long way to go. 5:03 remains here in the fourth quarter. Stay with us. You're listening to Hanover Wildcat State Championship Basketball.
Instead of turning for home, here's a better idea. Go to Turn 4 Bar and Grill in Hanover. They're open from 4 to midnight Monday through Saturday, and they feature a variety of menu items such as sandwiches of all kinds, pizzas with your favorite toppings, and on Thursday nights, it's Mexican food night. If you're especially brave, you can try the specialty known as the Turn 4 Pizza from Hell. It might be a little spicy, but one thing's for sure, you'll have a good time at Turn 4 Bar and Grill in Hanover.
You've probably heard by now that Southeast Community College is transitioning from quarters to semesters in 2019. We're very excited for the benefits this will give our students. And even though our structure is changing, the tuition and fees you'll pay over a year will stay the same. It's really apples to apples. The bottom line is the same. SCC is still a great, affordable option. See the math on our quarters to semesters transition website, southeast.edu/Q2S.
Once again, we're back in this fourth quarter in a seesaw battle back and forth. The Hanover Wildcats down by 3. St. John with the basketball. It is Fisher in the backcourt, off to Osborne. 10 count is on. St. John works it across the midcourt stripe. St. John hands it off to Caleros. Wildcats in a man-to-man. 4:45 to work. St. John being very deliberate right now with the basketball and a 3-point lead. Now, all of a sudden, it's Colin Halling out of nowhere, has an attempted a jumper, takes one from the free throw stripe, and Cohorst brings down the board. Down the court with it. Said Logic at the point. 4:25 to go in the ball game. Hanover down by 3 with the basketball. Pass from Atkins, looking inside for Peters. It's taken away. The other direction it comes. Osborne with the left hand, no. Rebound hits the ground. Nobody was there to get it. And now a reach-in foul against whom? Carter Bruna, evidently, because he is up in arms, palms in the air, saying, where did that come from? There were 2 players that ended up on the ground. The underneath official called a foul on Hanover. All 3 officials are now conferring. So let's see what the call is going to be. They're going to make some kind of call because he's coming to midcourt. It is a foul against Cade Cohorst, who's standing in the backcourt. And Coach Kim Losey wanting to know why this was called and why the conversation between all three officials didn't change it. All the meanwhile, all 10 players are waiting on the floor to get started as Coach Losey is pleading his case. 5 fouls on both teams here in the half. Hanover down 38-35. They called it on Cade Cohorst, who was out near half court. I think if it was a foul, they got the wrong number. So it will be possession to St. John on the baseline. Clint Kinnaman for St. John arguing with another official who just looked at him and said, gave him a little bit of a look and just shook his head and said, no, go back to your bench. And now now we're going to talk again. Now all three officials are going to come talk once more. So now the players again are in a waiting game. And the Hanover crowd not liking what was just... There was a technical foul call. No, wait a minute. No, it wasn't a technical. Basketball out of bounds to St. John. The PA announcer just said technical. It was not a technical foul. Here's Osborne in the lane. Fisher blocked from behind by Peters, and a foul is going to be called. And free throws coming for St. John, and that looked awfully clean from behind. The outside official shielded by Pete Peters as he went up to block it. Coach Kim Losey wanting a conversation, and he's not going to get it. And that foul on Peters is now his 4th. 4:06 left to go. And time of possession in this quarter has been all in the St. John end of the field, if you will. Taking Stahlbomber back in. Peters with 4 fouls will have to come out. At the free throw line, Trey Fisher knocks in the first charity, his first point of the game. And he now puts St. John up by 4, 39-35. Left-handed free throw, no good. Rebound off to Stahlbomber. Dakin will bring it up himself. Left wing, Bruna. Carter, take on the 3 to Stahlbomber. Dribble drive to the paint, hangs in the air, shot nearly goes down. Blocking foul against St. John. And Dakin Stahlbomber again coming up big for the Hanover Wildcats. 3:56 to work, 39-35 ball game. Stahlbomber with 15 points back at the free throw line, trying to cut into a 4-point lead. And the first free throw is up and in. He's 5 for 5 at the stripe and now has 16 points in the game. Stahlbomber scored all 7 of Hanover's points in that third quarter. In fact, Dawson said logic, the only other Wildcat to score in this second half thus far. Now timeout, Hanover. They trail by 2. Both free throws good for Stahlbomber. He has 17. 3:56 to work in the ball game. A timeout on the floor.
Jones Trash Service provides residential and commercial waste pickup in Washington County. Their service is affordable, dependable, and professional. Jones Trash Service also offers roll-off containers to support your special projects. Whether it's renovation, cleanup, roof replacement, or yard clearing, they'll deliver the containers to you when you need it and remove it when your job is complete. Contact them for quotes for home or business trash service if you're not already on their route. Jones Trash Service of Washington.
Hanover down by a bucket, 39-37. Hanover battling back with the free throws from Stahlbomber to be within 2. Now full court pressure out of the Kim Losey called timeout. In the backcourt, Marshall Wolf to Caleras. Now works his way to the midcourt stripe, guarded by Bruna. Bruna against Caleras. They get it outside to Mason Osborne. Now the ball taken away. Atkins up, and lays it up and in. Wanted a foul, didn't get the reach, but he does tie it up now at 39-31. Thomas Atkins with 8. A huge steal here in the fourth to tie this basketball game up. Osborne with it out deep. Hanover with the barrier, with on defense, man-to-man. Now a foul called on Atkins. It will be St. John's at the free throw line, now a 1-and-1 opportunity. From the free throw stripe, their second leading scorer on the season. The guy that has the basketball the bulk of the time at the free throw stripe, Mason Osborne. He averages 15 a game. First free throw missing, and the rebound comes off to Hanover's Dakin Stahlbomber. Hanover can reclaim the lead. Tip pass, Stahlbomber to the paint. Lot of bodies on the ground. No foul is called. Caleros with the basketball for St. John. At the right sideline. Long down court pass. Marshall Wolf to the lane. Lay-in is good. Wolf with the bucket, and that puts St. John up now by 2 again. 41-39, just under 3 to go. Cohorst fakes the 3. Atkins in the post. Backs it in. Back out top. Bruna. Stahlbomber fakes the 3. He'll dribble drive, and it's taken away, but a reach-in foul will put Stahlbomber at the line for a 1-and-1 chance. He is 6 of 6 from the stripe in this ball game. So Hanover with a chance again to tie it, down by 2. Dakin Stahlbomber stepping to the line, and he has just been everything for Hanover today. Handled the basketball quite a bit against some of the pressure. Defense, rebounding, and 17 points to lead all scorers. He's got a chance here at the line to tie it on a 1-and-1. First free throw is up. It is strong. Rebound comes off to Fisher. He'll hand it away to Osborne. Atkins and Bruna trying to double team in the backcourt. Now Caleros has it. 2:40 left in the game. Hanover down by 2. Stahlbomber defending on Caleros. 5 count is on. Now he hands it away to Osborne. Near the timeline. Dribble drive to the paint. Stops. Lobs it down low. Shot is up. Swatted by Atkins. And he has the basketball. And he's bumped on the sideline. And he'll be at the line shooting a 1-and-1. Thomas Atkins goes up high. We know he can fly. And he was able to swat it, but not out of bounds. Big-time smart play by the senior. He tipped it so he could go get it. Hanover with possession, now fouled, and back at the line for a 1-and-1, and a chance here to tie it now for the Hanover Wildcats. Atkins will have 2 free throws. Correction, a 1-and-1. First free throw on its way is rimming off, and the rebound away to St. John. Stahlbomber tries for the reach-around steal, and he is called for the reach-in. And free throws now for St. John, a 1-and-1 chance. Next foul on St. John. Hanover's going to be in the double bonus. Right now, though, it's still a 1-and-1 for the Tigers of St. John. Mason Osborne will have that opportunity. He missed at the stripe his last time there. Free throw up and good. And he now has 7 points in the game. 1 more free throw coming. Hanover trails by 3. 42-39. Second free throw, good as well. And a timeout on the floor. You're listening to Hanover Wildcats State Championship Basketball on KCLY.
Before a room can be decorated, furnished, or moved into, it must have a substantial floor. When chosen with care, the best flooring options will set the stage for many years of good looks, durability, and comfort. Wardcraft Home Store has a range of options for every room in your home. Look over the Mohawk carpet style choices or pick something out in a luxury vinyl that offers the look of tile or wood. See the quality flooring selection in stock at Wardcraft Home Store on the north side of the square in Clay Center.
Hanover Wildcats, 43-39. They trail now by 4. This has been a game of back and forth. 11-11 after 1 quarter. Hanover had led by 6 in that first period. They led by 3 at half on the Cade Cohorst three-pointer, 26-23. They trailed going to the final period, 36-33. And now they trail by 4 with the basketball and 2:19 left to go in this game. High post, Pete Peters. Left side, Stahlbomber. Back out deep. Bruna, dribble attack to the baseline right. Atkins against Osborne. Ball fake, skip pass across for Stahlbomber. Tipped. Cohorst comes up with it inside. Shot is up. It's called off. Blocking foul on St. John. Cade Cohorst headed to the free throw line. Bang, bang play inside. Ball got loose on a tip pass by St. John. And it will be Cohorst at the stripe with a chance to shoot 2. I think this was a shooting foul anyway. It is 2 shots. Cade Cohorst had the 2 3-pointers in the first half, including the buzzer beater before halftime. Put him up by 3 at that point. Now trying to cut into a 4-point St. John lead. He knocks in the first free throw. 7 points now for Cohorst, the 6'1 senior. 1 more free throw can cut it to a 2-point ball game now with 2:03 left here in the fourth. Second free throw. Cohorst cannot rattle in, and Atkins will be called for a foul over the back. Mason Osborne headed to the other end to shoot a final 1-and-1, I believe. So Atkins called for the foul. That's the 9th team foul against Hanover. 2:02 left, and the Wildcats down 43-40. Foul on Atkins, his third. Down to 2:02 remaining in this fourth period. 1-and-1. Free throw up and good by Osborne. 6'4" senior has a chance to put St. John up by 5. Still 2:02 to go. Long time left in this one. Hanover still with 3 timeouts as well. Missed free throw. Stahlbomber the board. Hanover with the basketball down by 4, and a timeout's going to be taken. One of those 3 TOs will be taken here by Coach Kim Losey. Timeout on the sideline. We'll take one here as well. You're listening to Hanover Wildcat Basketball.
Insuring the Heartland, the Dragaston Insurance Agency and Buckeye Insurance Group can assist you with the best price and product for today's farm insurance. Call the Dragaston Agency at 785-325-2263 and ask for Justin for your complete financial insurance analysis and quote. The Dragaston Agency and Buckeye Insurance Group provide quality products and service in today's market. Customer service is what they offer, along with fair premiums and personal contact. The Dragaston Agency in Washington and Concordia.
Hanover Wildcats with a 30-second timeout, getting the missed free throw by Osborne. So they trail by 4, a minute 59 left in this ball game. Hanover will have the basketball right at the midcourt stripe. Thomas Atkins, Pete Peters, Cade Cohorst, Carter Bruna, Dakin Stahlbomber on the floor for the Wildcats. Stahlbomber will inbound. Bruna has it out deep, works it right. Now to the wing right, it goes to Stahlbomber. Looking inside to the baseline right, Cohorst. Back out deep, Stahlbomber fakes the 3 to the wing right. Ball taken away by Mason Osborne. Cohorst trying to go to the post, and Bruna. Osborne has it, now is fouled as he crosses the timeline. We're down to a minute 43 left in this game. And it will be put the senior back at the free throw line. He is 4 for 7 from the stripe. This will be 2 free throws as both teams are in the double bonus. 44-40. Osborne to shoot 2. St. John leads by 4. Free throw rattles out for the senior. So Hanover's still alive, but we are down inside of 2 minutes in this ball game. Second free throw for St. John. And it's in for Osborne. He hits 1 of 2 this trip. Carter Brunner lets it roll at the floor before he picks it up. Crosses the timeline at the point. Stops, hands it outside. Stahlbomber, 3-ball. Yes! Dakin Stahlbomber keeping the Wildcats alive in this one. He drills it from the point, and it's 45-43, a 2-point ball game. Still a minute 37 to go. Timeout on the floor. Stay here with us. Hanover Wildcat Basketball continues next.
Anybody can sell you tires. Earning your trust takes more. With so many brands of tires that are specific to different needs, OK Service can help you select the best tires for your vehicle. They have tires for whatever you drive, from cars and light trucks to tires for your semi. OK Service carries all the brands that perform the way you need them to. And if it's time for an oil change or you need new brakes, OK Service is glad to help you out there too. OK Service in Hanover, earning your trust by providing quality products and exceptional customer service.
Dakin Stahlbomber, 20 of the Hanover Wildcats, 43 points. And 12 of those in the second half. 2 3-pointers. He is 6 of 7 from the free throw stripe. That's all second half. And he had 8 points in the first half. He is keeping this Hanover Wildcat team alive right now. He has 20. Hanover within 2. A minute 37 to work. Full court pressure now by the Wildcats. St. John to inbound. Marshall Wolf has it in the backcourt. Now to Caleros. And the Wildcats will foul immediately. Cohorst reaching in. And that'll put Caleros at the stripe. This will be 2 free throws. Eddie Caleros has 2 3-pointers. 10 points in the game. As he also knocked in 2 buckets in the first half. This will be his first free throw attempts. Cohorst, with his 5th foul, will have to come out and cheer on his team down the final minute 34 of this game. He finishes the game with 7 points. 2 threes in the first half, a buzzer beater at halftime. And Caleros misses on the first charity. Hanover down by 2. Even if a make goes down, with 94 seconds left, they would still be within just one possession. Caleros, second free throw, in. It's a 3-point ball game. Hanover with the basketball. Bruna brings it across. Out top, goes to the lane. Tries to kick it out, does. Stahlbomber, left wing. Starts to dribble, now to the left side. Goes out top, Peters. Right in front of us, Stahlbomber for the tie. It's just strong. Rebound inside. Pete Peters back up and good. It makes it a 2-point ball game. 46, 1-point game, 46-45. A minute 10 to go. Pete Peters with a big-time bucket down low. The stick back off the missed three. Now down to a minute 3 remaining. Atkins will foul on Caleros, who hit 1 of 2 at the stripe last time. 1 minute, 3 seconds left. A 1-point contest after Pete Peters with a stick-back bucket. At the line, Eddie Caleros. He has 11 points in the game, 1 of 2 at the stripe. Just moments ago, those only 2 free throw attempts, and he rims out the first one. Now with a make even, it's a 2-point ball game and a minute 3 left in this contest. Caleros looks heavenward before he receives the ball from the official to put St. John up by 2, and he makes it. It's a 47-45 ball game. Hanover with the basketball. Carter Bruna through the timeline. Goes right wing. Said Logic in there. Ball fakes it. Now to the corner. Now back out deep instead. Atkins stands on the left wing. Back in his way in the paint is Dakin Stahlbomber. He rises up. Can't get it down. Tipped rebound. Comes off to St. John. The Wildcats will have to reach in and foul. Wildcat bench wanted a jump ball. Did not get it. 50 seconds left. And now to the other end again they go. St. John to shoot 2. And this time, Trey Fisher will step to the stripe. He is 2 for 4 at the line, has not shot a free throw in the second half. 47-45, St. John by a bucket. 2 free throws coming, still 50 seconds left. Free throw up and in for Fisher. Correction, Marshall Wolf at the stripe. Wolf at the line. 6'1" junior makes it a 3-point ball game. 1 more free throw coming. Wolf's free throw on its way, and it rims out. 3-point ball game. 1 possession game, 48 to go. Carter Bruna through the timeline. Works it left. Now spins his way back to the bucket to Pete Peters. Here's Said Logic. Fake on the 3. Bruna to tie it at the top. Rims off short. Rebound nearly taken away by Atkins and Peters. We'll see who the foul goes again. And to the other end will go St. John again with free throw attempts. Colin Holling will have that chance at the line. 2 free throws coming for St. John. The foul is called on Pete Peters. It's his 5th. So Peters checks out with 4 points in the game. He and Cohorst have both fouled out. Into the game for the Hanover Wildcats will be Cody Shaley. So Shaley checks in. St. John will be at the stripe. 48-45. Hanover down. Free throw up and in. Now it's a 2-possession game. Halling with the free throw. Puts St. John up by 4, 49-45. 37 seconds left. Halling, deep breath of the line, holds the ball in his hip. Lefty with the second free throw is going to rim out. Hanover down by 4. They have the basketball, 33 to work. Here's Stahlbomber. Takes it, top of the key, 3 ball. And it's good. Stahlbomber again has cut the lead back down to 49-48. 23 points for Stahlbomber. The senior has been huge and continues to give Hanover some fight. 29 to work. They now trail by 1 with a timeout on the floor.
Save big on Mitas Agricultural Drive Tires from the Farmers Cooperative. Get an instant $100 rebate on all Mitas Agricultural Radial Drive Tires now through April 30th. Mitas tires are known for their quality, dependability, and traction in the tough conditions of your field. And now save an instant $100 on the tires designed for high horsepower and low carrying capacity. For complete details, see your Farmers Cooperative tire branch today.
Investing in our owner's success. Farmers Cooperative.
If you're inspired to throw the best party for a friend, an anniversary, dinner for your employees, or any other special occasion that calls for delicious food, Ricky's Cafe in Hanover has you covered. They offer catering services in the entire KCLY listing area with competitive prices. Give them a call and see what's on the menu for your big event. Catering is a solution for feeding large groups of people, and Ricky's Cafe knows how to make mouths water. Ricky's Cafe in Hanover, catering to all your celebrations.
Dakin Stahlbomber has done it again. He's brought Hanover within one. Wildcats full court pressure. They'll have to foul immediately. St. John finally gets it in bounds. No, we've got a timeout taken before it was thrown in bounds by St. John. They were nearing a 5-second call. So St. John a timeout. 29 seconds left, and this is a full timeout. Let's go ahead and take you back for a break. 29 to work. Hanover down 1 in the state championship opening round.
A glance at the calendar tells you that planting season is closing in. The winter weather is not giving up. Give the Wilbur Ellis sales team a call so we can have a plan in hand to charge forward when the weather gives us a shot. Making planting decisions is a whole lot more efficient with the soil testing and mapping options we have. And with those, we can find what your soil needs to fill the nutrient requirements of the next crop. I'm Kenny Beach with Wilbur Ellis. We're here to serve you in every season.
Hanover has 2 starters out of the game, fouled out already, Cade Cohorst and Pete Peters. Dakin Stahlbomber, though, that third three-pointer of this half, giving him 23 points in the game, has brought Hanover within 1. Full court pressure. Inbounding will be Caleros. Atkins defending on the ball. Now they bring it into Wolf, and said Logic will foul with 27.3 seconds remaining. And Marshall Wolf walks to the other end. He was 1 of 2 his last trip there. 27 seconds remaining. Hanover trails by just 1. Carter Bruna on the floor. Dakin Stahlbomber, Dawson said Logic, Thomas Atkins, and Cody Shaley. 2 free throws coming for Wolf of St. John. He makes the first, and the Wildcats trail by 2. 50-48 with 27 seconds to work in this ball game. Or will we play a little extra as we go down the wire? Second free throw to make it a 3-point game, and he does. Wolf knocks it in. Hanover down 51-48, 26 seconds as Bruna crosses the timeline. Stahlbomber fakes 3, now drives the paint, tried to kick it to the sideline. It's taken away on a tip pass by Wolf. Said Logic will reach in. Marshall Wolf to the other end with 17 to work. He will have 2 more free throws. He just made 2 in a row. At the stripe, Wolf. Hanover with just 17 seconds remaining in this opening round. Marshall Wolf stands at the line for Wildcats around the lane. No St. John Tigers. Free throw is strong. Hanover still with life. A miss here would really give them an opportunity with 17 seconds now remaining in this fourth quarter and down by 3. Wolf missed on the first to make it a 2-possession game. Free throw is rimming out. Hanover's got life. 15 to work. Stahlbomber up the right side. A 3-pointer to tie it. Stahlbomber nearly has it taken away. Now picks it up. Forces a 3. Tried to draw the foul. Didn't get it. We're down to 6. Down to 5. Shaley will foul. Mason Osborne to the other end to shoot 2 free throws. Stahlbomber, he has been the hot hand, and he leaned in. The defender went up with him. He wanted maybe to get contact or get to the free throw stripe. They let him play on, and with 5.5 seconds left now, Hanover still trails by 3. And at the line is Osborne. 2 free throws coming. And that may do it. The first one goes in, and Hanover now trails by 4 by 2 possessions. Second free throw for the 6'4 senior with 5.5 seconds remaining. This one rims in as well. It's a 5-point St. John lead. Hanover, Stahlbomber down the court. Bruna across the half-court stripe. Long 3-pointer is short. And with 1 second left, St. John has it back. And Hanover sees this season come to a close in what I truly believe will be this side of the bracket's winner. And St. John does it, knocking off the Hanover Wildcats. It's a 53-48 final here in this opening round of the 1A state championships. Stay with us. We'll return and wrap this up and get you set for what's left on the weekend here on KCLY following this.
Meadowlark Hospice considers it an honor to care for those you love. When family members are coping with a life-limiting illness, we help care for your emotional, physical, and spiritual needs. We support living one's life to the fullest and treasuring every moment. With a nursing staff based in your community, we can be by your side when you need us day or night. Serving Clay, Cloud, Marshall, Republic, Washington, and Western Riley counties, we are just a phone call away. Call 632-2225 for more information.
This cold weather will turn to planting weather before you know it. This year, along with seed and other inputs, talk to Central Valley Ag about growing stronger, healthier plants, maximizing yield, and lowering your cost of production with the pre-planned application of a fungicide. Central Valley Ag can help you pick the right fungicide and make sure it's applied at the right time. Pre-planning a fungicide application could be an important part of your complete cropping plan. Read more about it at cvacoop.com. You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
TSI Kansas believes that the best drivers deserve good equipment, competitive pay scales, high-tech maintenance, and home time. At TSI Kansas, we listen to our employees and value their input to make improvements to make us a better transporting company. We have driving positions available. Please call Kathy at TSI Kansas, 785-632-5183.
Many seed companies claim to offer the latest genetics, but how many have tested those genetics in soils just like yours? The Oldie Seed Know to Grow research program has fully tested the latest seed genetics in soils that are right in your neighborhood. The Oldie Seed Know to Grow program can recommend the best performing hybrids from technologies like Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link that will optimize the yield and profit of every acre on your farm. Contact Oldie Seed today.
Well, the Hanover Wildcats see the season come to a close. A disappointing loss, certainly, for a team as great as these Hanover Wildcats. But as mentioned, St. John, Hanover, you just had a sense who could win this game. Likely will be playing Saturday night at 6:15 for the 1A state championship. We'll see who comes out on the other side. Of course, St. John still has to meet up with Osborne in tomorrow's matchup at 4:45. But for Hanover, they see Osborne or St. John come away with a very balanced attack. That a big difference in this ball game. They get 14 each from Marshall Wolf and from Mason Osborne, 12 from Eddie Caleros in this ball game. And for Hanover, just not as much balance. 23 though from Dakin Stahlbaumer. I mean, this guy put the Wildcats on his shoulders and carried them through the second half when they were struggling to score in the second half. 2 points in the second half coming from Atkins, Peters, Sedlogic, and one free throw for Cohorst. Everything else in the second half was the 23 coming off the hands of Dakin Stahlbaumer. He was 6 of 7 from the line, hit 3 3-pointers all in the second half, and finished with 23. 8 points for Thomas Atkins, had those 2 triples in the first half. Cade Cohorst finishes with 7 before fouling out. There was also 4 points for Carter Bruna. Pete Peters had 4 before fouling out. 2 points for Dawson Sedlogic in this ball game as well. The Hanover Wildcats with the loss, 53-48, finished the year at 24-2. St. John will advance to the semifinals tomorrow at 4:45. A terrific season for Coach Kim Losey's Hanover Wildcats. Coach Losey with 504 victories. He hit that 500 mark this season. A tremendous senior group that finishes up their career. 3 straight 8-man Division II state championships. They've been such a part of that. State title on the basketball floor. Runner-up last year. State appearance this year before losing to a really good St. John team down the stretch. Again, 53-48. Now tomorrow it's going to be the Hanover Lady Wildcats. They'll take the floor at 3 p.m. They face Waverly in the 1A state championships in the semifinals. That game tips at 3 p.m. here on KCLY tomorrow afternoon. It's going to wrap it up here from Dodge City. The 1A state championships, Hanover falling 53-48. For our studio engineer, Bernie Pancella, this is Rocky Downing telling you to enjoy the rest of your Sports Thursday.